Hello there, YouTubers. We're about ready to try to take this bearing off. Hopefully. This one...
Is it moving?
I don't think so. You told me, well, he said didn't want this. Anyhow, what there is there's a, you can see the Allen set with this. That goes into the slot grooves of that, so it doesn't, once you got your load on there, it doesn't come undone. And they just, basically, the caps unscrew. And there you got a set of threads in there. And that's full of crud. I guess we want to leave that one in there because that's coming that way. You got any squirt?
Nope.
All right, we'll find some. Anyhow, once you get that off, you got a bearing just like in a hub of a car. You just knock it out. There's a flat down in there, and you just knock the bearing out. That's the race, or knock the race out. So you can kind of see that. And I don't know what we did with the ends for this one. There's usually a big washer. Wait a second there, buddy.
It's moving.
It's moving. It's moving. You've moved it a ½ inch.
Hang on now. I wouldn't put my fingers in that particular hole.
Okay. It's coming off, guys. All right, hold on a second. Hold it. I'm going to put this back on there now that's moving. The reason I'm putting this back on there, see there's two washers there, and I don't really want to lose them. This bearing here is a good bearing. The other ones
We're no good.
are getting replaced. All right.
Watch me here. See? You get it by hand now. You sure you weren't ever a beer drinker?
Why?
Because they do everything with one hand.
Oh.
We are running out of bench here, buddy.
It's a lot easier. I forgot to bring the tripod down. And that's what we're taking it off. The reason we're taking this one off because we need more room in the lathe. Those are, at this point, you could probably just press it off.
What?
This. Take those things out there, you could probably press it off.
Do you think it would actually come apart that easy?
No.
You think it would break your pulleys?
Might break the pulleys. That's why we're not chancing that. So I'm going to take and mangle this out with a wire, Mr. Wire. We've got this side done. You can see we got the keyway, a brand new keyway, the right size. Here's parts. There's going to be the new collar. This is going to be the old collar. See, we got a piece that's just a little bit bigger. It's a little bit wider, but we needed. Look at the wobble in that. Somebody said my fingers were in the way last time. They might have been. Anyhow, too much wobble. So our next step, then he already closed up the point there. We're going to do the center once we get it. Once we get it in there. What else is going on? What else we take apart? Anything?
No.
We got a cutter. We got a cutter in here that will cut the round there. If you guys didn't see it in the last night video, this was the key that came out of it. Pretty El Scrudo. But and let's see, what did I do with the new bearing? Oh, the new bearings are up here. If you guys want to know the number on the bearings, but I wouldn't. If you're taking one apart, I think you want to find out what your numbers are first. The bearings were $3.95. The races were $39.20. If you can see that, this is on a double aught mill. I don't know if they're the same on all mills. The set of bearings cost me $70 a set, so it's $140 for that. And like I said, you just knock these out like races in the front hubs of a car or back hubs in a car now. Oh, there's the difference. I gotta put it right out at the end. That thing was pretty mangled.
You think?
Pretty mangled. I don't know. I don't know if that's, I don't know, yeah, don't know why it didn't shear. I don't know if that's maybe we got it like that, then Billy stopped it from shearing.
Maybe.
Who
But it was loose and you were putting load on the keyer, the whole thing was fine.
Yeah, that's true. Anyhow, that's where we're going now. This is going to be a bunch of 5-minute movies. I know there's a few people out there that don't like 5-minute movies. But here's the situation. We're going to spend the next, half hour setting this thing in the lathe probably?
At least.
So once we get in the lathe, then I'll do another 5 minute of the lathe. I'm going to take and wire all this nastiness off. And then we're going to go down and spend probably half hour chucking it in a upchuck lathe. So that's where we're at. Over and out. Stay tuned. Come to the hit the bell icon if you want to see the next. What are we doing? A mini series? Mini series.
It's a saga.
Saga. What not to do to yourself.